Hi, Gemini. Hi, Gemini family. We are back and we are going to be jumping right into the July for 2018, obviously, for Geminis. So we're going to go ahead and start off with using the Zodiac Oracle deck. We're going to go ahead and see what the energy of the full month is going to be. So whether it's how you should express yourself, how you should deal with certain things, we're just going to see what comes out, okay? So the energy for July 2018 for Gemini. Energy of July. Oh. So we have Aries, okay? So in this particular deck, the Zodiac Oracle deck, whenever you get a sign or like a zodiac sign, this is how you are going to be, how you deal with things or how you will express certain things or throughout the month. Okay, so for example, you have Aries, so this is going to mean you're going to definitely be needing to focus on things that you want to do and be a little bit more selfish with your own desires. Not selfish to the point where you're not thinking about other people, but yourself and your psyche, what you want out of life, your goals, all of that that drives you and your ambition. You need to pay more attention to that throughout this July, or at least that's what July is going to be teaching you about. Okay, so the focus is basically focusing on what or who or whatever it is that you care about. Make sure it's something that you actually like. Make sure whatever you're doing, you're invested in it because you want to. Your motivation needs to be starting from yourself or starting with you. Okay, so starting out, we are going to actually, oh, here we go. We're actually going to start off with the beginning of your July. Okay, so starting out, we have the Two of Swords in reverse, okay? So this is definitely time to, instead of planning or spending that time trying to figure out how you're going to get things done or meditating, now it's time to start putting things into action, okay? So whatever you've been thinking about, whatever it is that you've been somewhat motivated about or somewhat trying to plan so that the ball can get moving with whatever it is, you are now at a place where it's going to be time, at least in the beginning of July, for you to start making some movements, or at least it's time to stop sitting and kind of planning and putting some effort into your action. Again, with the focus being Aries for July, Aries is a fire sign, and fire is about movement, putting things into action, having a vision for it, but actually putting forth and creating and making something be consciously and physically there. So kind of putting whatever it is that you want into action and creating that for yourself. Then we go into the Star card, and it is in reverse. So this is, to me, this is saying that whatever it is that you're trying to, whatever your dream is, I believe that you are not putting forth the action into it yet because it's still not upright. We're going to do clarifications for that. And then lastly, for the beginning of July, the card we have is the Six of Pentacles, okay? So Six of Pentacles is about giving and receiving, okay? This is upright, so I do feel like it is in your best interest to give, to be more receptive to wanting to help people, being a little bit more open and honest about how you feel about people. Because truth and honesty is the best gift I believe that you can have, because it lets everything be clear in the open. And also, whenever you're honest, or not whenever you're honest, but whenever you're giving, you get things in return, just because of law of attraction, how the universe works. Giving and receiving, karma, the up and down, as above, so below. So whatever you're giving out, you will be receiving. So it's, to me, whatever you put out, if you're giving the truth, if you're giving honesty, if you're giving love, if you're giving light, that's what you will receive back. Whether or not you get a physical gift, a financial gift, or whatever. Spiritually, if you're always giving goodness and positivity and truthful and honest and justified things, that's all you're going to be able to get back, okay? Or for the most part. Let's go ahead and do some clarification for the Two of Swords, and then also the Star card. So what is it that you need to go ahead and put into action? This Two of Swords for Gemini. What do we need to put in action? So whatever you now, what you need to start putting into action is whatever your plan was. For a lot of you, will be financially, like whatever you were planning on doing so that you can make more money, or maybe career wise, maybe you're making a change, or maybe you just weren't sure. Sorry guys, I thought something was on my teeth. Sorry, my Gemini rising is kicking in. I'm getting distracted. But yeah, so whatever there is that you had planned already, I feel like this is something that you've been kind of mentally working on, mentally planning, or even if it wasn't mentally, maybe you really were consciously working on this. Now is the time to put that into motion. This is saying you're on the right track. This is universe saying, okay, here we are. You're on the right path. Your blessing of abundance and prosperity is here, or at least you can see it now. It's just you have to go walk on that path and get that, into motion. You have to walk towards it to receive the blessing. Okay, so that's a very good sign. Okay, whatever it is that you've been planning, now is the time to put it into action, Gemini. And your dream, what is the star that we have here? The dream, what is the dream? What's the dream for Gemini? Whoa, hold on. What's the dream for Gemini? What's the dream for Gemini? Okay. So the dream, for the clarification we got for the star card, we got the Four of Cups. So this is like uninspired, bored, needed to shake things up. Things are really stale and just kind of basic right now. So maybe you don't have a certain ambition, or maybe your ambition has gone. Or maybe just in a certain moment, you could actually have an Aquarius here that you're dealing with emotionally, and they kind of have you in this point where you feel uninspired in life. Or maybe you just feel like, okay, well, since that's not working out, then nothing is working out. But I think there's more to the story that you have to go and see. I think you need to go and look into this path and see whatever you were already focused on. Just see if it works out for you. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But you sitting there and not really doing anything about it is not really going to help anything. I do think there's an Aquarius here, though, because this is my card for Aquarius that I usually identify with it. It was at the bottom of the deck. And this is for... I'm guessing, so you do have an Aquarius in your life that you're dealing with. So we're going to go ahead and go into the middle of your July, sorry. And the cards that come out for the middle of June will do the same thing. Let's see what's going on. What is to be expected? Alrighty, here we go. First card. Okay, so we're starting out with the Death card. This is Scorpio energy. There may be a Scorpio in your life. Or just could simply just mean the death of something, the ending of something, a breakup. To me, a death of something can also be a transformation. So also just like a realization, a revelation of something. Clarity, a moment of like, wow, this is what happens. Because I feel like whenever you die, or or at least whenever you have an ego death, you kind of realize what things are, right? So when you die, you transform. It's almost like you're just stepping into a new level. So this is how I see this, okay? Stepping into a new level, kind of really feeling out what needed to end, or you're starting, even if you don't end it at this time, I do definitely think that you will start to feel that there's something that needs to end soon, and you'll start seeing that clearer. We'll do clarification for that one for sure. And then next we have, for the middle of your July, we have the Three of Cups in reverse. So there could be some issues with friends and family, maybe some people that you usually go out to do functions with, it's not working out. There could also be an issue, you had to dead something, or that transformation is dealing with this. Maybe some like third party issues, whether it was like love related, or maybe you just felt backstabbed by someone in your friend group. Kind of like not deceiving energy, but I do think there's like someone being left out, or someone not being fully aware of what's going on in a friendship matter, in a love matter. Something isn't all the way there. And then lastly, we have the Queen of Wands. in reverse. So this is not a good person. I mean, it's a good person. I'm sorry, I don't want to say it like that. But this is a person who has the potential to be a leader, and they go through a lot of experiences in life where they learn to be the leader. What? I'm so sorry. I keep feeling like there's something on my teeth. Maybe that's what you guys are gonna be feeling this month, is like a sense of, am I doing this right? And because I feel like you guys are stepping into something new, and so it's almost like if you wear a new lipstick or something different. Guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry, but you know when you wear something different and you're like, I'm not sure how this works yet, so let me just keep checking to see if everything's okay. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that. Like you have to keep double checking and rechecking what you've already done. Anyways, this is a person who has the potential to be a wonderful leader, but for some reason right now, she's at a point, or he is at a point where they almost are just uninspired, not feeling grateful, don't feel any drive, no ambition, nothing is sparking them. Like I said, with that almost uninspired feeling, it's like it's a terrible thing, but at the same time it's an easy struggle, because this is something that you can change. This is something you can just find that strength of, right? This is also a person who could be a fire sign, obviously, so Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. We'll do clarification on all three of these cards, actually, because I do think that is necessary. Bottom of the deck for the middle of July, so the energy that we're dealing with for the middle of July, we have the Devil card in reverse. So this is transformations, positive transformation, positive change, positivity. This is like something ending, seeing the end of the tunnel, realizing, kind of having like confirmation of everything that you thought was going on, learning, going through a lot of challenges to get to the end of the cycle, to realize, aha, this is why this happened, this is why I need to get away from it. It's like the completion, and it makes a lot of sense with the Devil card and the Death card here. Ending of cycles, transformation is going to be heavy in the middle of July for Gemini. Okay, so for this Death, what are we ending? What is the transformation dealing with? What are we ending, or what is the transformation dealing with? What are we in? I keep saying it. Okay, so we're ending it with this Aquarius. I'm not sure if this is an Aquarius, but I do definitely think it is an air sign, that something is, or this could be the transformation of you, Gemini. If this is a transformation of you and you're not dealing with an Aquarius, and it's definitely just about solely you transforming into a better person, kind of maybe losing a few friends on the side, maybe dropping a few distractions, maybe just kind of becoming, like I said, the focus is selfishness for you in Gemini for July. So it's not like it's about being selfish, but it's more about, let's get focused on what I want. Let's get focused on who I am, what I want, how I want others to receive stuff, my ideas, my innovation, my visions. This is about you. This could also be you transforming, being that you're killing off or leaving an Aquarius in the past. I feel Aquarius energy kind of heavy. So yeah, that's what that one is for. This is also a person, whoever this is, they're transforming. I feel like this is transformation into a more considerate, thoughtful person. Still logical, very logical, but they think about how things are going to affect everyone. So just kind of like a useful, a necessary person to have around, I think. Okay. So Three of Cup energy, what is that about? Three of Cup energy. What is that pertaining to? Oh. Okay, so we have two major arcanas for the end of July. So it's going to probably get really heavy for you towards the end of July. Okay. So end of July. Hold on, I just want to scoop my cards up. I feel like I don't have as much room as I usually do. Okay. So the bottom of the deck for your end of July, we have the Magician's card in reverse. A lot of reversals in this spread, I'm not going to lie, guys. So a lot of changes, a lot of flippings, a lot of just things turning, the tables are turning. This is kind of like not using your resources. I think this could be the downfall for you. So make sure you're paying attention to whatever it is that seems like it could be an aid or a help in some capacity. So the end of year July, right here, we have the Chariot in reverse. Chariot in reverse is Cancer. This is Cancer energy, okay? So whatever drives you, whatever your ambition is, whatever keeps you going, I feel like either it's going to get shaken up to where it's like, okay, that stuff is going to start changing for you. Or this could mean that you're just going down the wrong path. Whatever is motivating you, whatever is seeming like you have to have it to be driven at the end of July, maybe it's going to be time for you to reevaluate it, because it doesn't seem like it's going to be in alignment towards the end of July for you. With this transformation of yourself, I do believe it is yourself that's going to be transforming. Things are going to start changing, and I think it's gonna hit you a little bit faster than you expected. Like, whoa, like I have to change my goals now. Like, wow, like we're really on a whole different. I feel like the road, the path, everything is going to be different for you. So things are going to have to change. We also have the Strength card. This is the Leo card. Leo energy is popping up kind of heavy here. You may have a Leo friend or just a Leo person in your life somewhere. This is the Strength card, so this could be a positive omen for health-wise. If someone around you is struggling with health, if you're struggling with health, I do see that getting a little bit better. This is also finding strength in yourself, or this could be finding strength in another person. Again, this is I do kind of associate this with Aries, because she has like red hair, and for some reason that gives me Aries vibes. So you could be finding, confiding with a Aries, or just kind of aligning with that energy of July. What it is for you as a Gemini is to have that Aries like feeling. So maybe you're finding comfort and you're finally feeling strong, because you're stepping into that Aries mindset of, okay, what do I want? Who do I want to be? How do I want to be seen? But I don't care if anyone sees, but how do I want to portray? Who do I want to be for myself? Okay. And then towards the end of July, the perfect way to end it, we have the Four of, okay, actually it's not really the perfect way, but we have the Four of Swords here in reverse. So instead of resting, it's kind of like, okay, just keep going. I don't think this is an urgent keep going, but I do think this is like, keep going because it gets better. Keep going because you still have a little ways to go before you can actually rest. Keep going because you just started. But not in a sense to where you're exhausted. I feel like there's going to be pit stops along the way, like water for you, like throughout, your journey. Like it's a marathon, but you're getting through it and you're doing really well. Your vitals are good. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's going to be a long ride, but not a hard ride, okay? So let's go ahead and do clarification for these two. Well, we're going to do it from all three. So for this Chariot in reverse, what is the wrong motive? What's the wrong drive here for Gemini in the end of July? The wrong drive, the wrong motivation. Okay, so we have the Knights of Pentacles. This is my card for Capricorn, so they have popped up once again. Not popped up, but they are here. Okay, so but this is like not taking risk. This is about playing it safe and just going through the struggles. I think this is hurting you though. I think now it's time for you to put your shit into action and take the risk. Go after whatever you want to do. Use that Aries intuitive fire and push through. Make it happen. Make it work. Make it manifest. Aries tend to be very innovative, or at least like they have a lot of ideas that get sparked. So I feel like you're waiting, or you're just going through with the normal thing because you're like, oh, I shouldn't take a risk. No, take the risk, Gemini. Like, now's the time to do it. Like, if there was any time, now is the time for you towards the end of July. Okay? And I think that would speed up a lot of the journey. That marathon I was talking about, I think it'll speed up a lot of that for you. And then the strength. Where is the strength coming from? Okay. This wanted to come out. So we have the Empress card. So this could be, for me, I always associate this with Virgo. I'm not really sure why. So maybe a Virgo in your life, or just someone who is really just there and they nurture you. And this could be a family member, a mom, an aunt. Usually this is a female. This could also just be someone who really is nurturing with you. Someone you really feel like you can be open with. Someone that you feel like you can really just lay your head on their shoulder and cry. Whether it's figuratively or like physically be able to do that. This is a person who really has the best interest for you. And you show, the way that you show appreciation and you say thank you is by just being appreciative of what they do for you. And also be appreciative of Mother Nature if you can do that. Add that in your schedule. Just be appreciative of what's there, because this is a very, very good card, a very good person, a very good entity, spirit, very good on a soul level to have a person like this around. And this is the clarification for strength. So this is almost like concrete. That whoever you the way you're gonna find strength is through this person, whoever it is. So when you find this person, hold on to them and be very appreciative of them, okay? Because it's a very, very good vibe here. And then what do we need to keep? Well, I think that was pretty clear with that. The Four of Swords. Four of Swords. What is the Four of Swords? What do we need to put into action? What do we need to do? Oh, and also for the Empress card, this is someone who's, I feel like, has helped you before and helped you kind of been there for you before, is basically what I'm trying to say. So it's probably someone you already know. And then this Four of Swords, for the clarification of what do you need to go ahead and put into motion, we have the Emperor card, and I associate this with Aries. We have the Rams up here. This is Aries again, so getting off your butt, putting the plan into action. That's pretty much Aries in a nutshell. But again, that is the focus of July. I can't make this stuff up for you guys, you know? Like, this is who you need to be is more of an Aries this month. So maybe go into looking into how Aries think, or their zodiac sign, what drives them, why they are the way that they are. Maybe just fire signs, look into what fire is about. Yeah, if you have any Aries people in your life, kind of, you don't have to follow what they do, obviously, but just kind of see what things that they do, their traits, their personalities, what makes them tick. And it doesn't mean transform into the sign. It just means, like, figure out what qualities of them can help you in your journey, because we're all here as reflections of each other anyway, so that's what we're really supposed to do anyways. But again, there's a heavy sense of, you know, putting things into action this month, really stepping up to the plate, really doing, putting up or shutting up. I don't feel like it's going to be pressurized, though. I really think it's going to just be about you doing it and staying consistent. Endurance is, like, the main thing for this month. And doing it, putting the work into action. Taking on more tasks. This card usually is about dropping stuff because you have too much going on. Pick up some stuff. Let's start putting our hands into the dirt and getting dirty. Let's really start working on it. Let's put this shit into action. Let's do it. Like, I feel like it's all about motivation and strive and going after it. And not having anyone on your side. Not caring if anyone's on your side, but just doing. Like an Aries would, you know? So really embody that, you guys. Gemini, I don't see too many distractions. I do feel like it is going to be a time for you to really just, like, get your shit together. Like, plain and simple. Not a bad reading at all. I do see that there will be transformation, deep transformation of the self, and really, really just elevating and getting to it. Let's getting this shit done. Like, that's really all it is. I'm left from a Leo. If I am not your favorite Leo, one day I will be. And until next time, Gemini, I will see you very, very soon, okay? Got my eye on you, okay, Gemini? Bye.